I don't know, I think we're just dogs. I think everybody's just hungry. During my year of junior college in Salt Lake, I had constant contact with one of the coaches over there, so I already established a relationship. And I just saw myself fit into the playing style and stuff, and knew I would have a big role. And they have aspirations to do big things, so we share those things. And I already had a little bit of a connection with one of the other coaches coming in, and I think it was a really good spot for me. Well, I think obviously, the competitor in me always wants to win more, so that's one thing that I'm kind of maybe a little bit, well, I wouldn't say disappointed, but just hungry for more, just to do better next year. And then individually, I think I did good, but the same thing, I just want to do better and impact winning more so we could win more. But I definitely think it was a good start to get a core of guys to work together, and then next year, hopefully, keep working on that and evolve from there. Well, honestly, since I was a kid, it was always a thing that I wanted to play in the US, but I didn't know at what point. And then I was thinking about playing here or going over there, but then I talked to a good friend of mine, actually, Jacques van der Schuren, and he basically told me like all the advantages there are to going to the US, getting an education, how it's like way easier to do school and basketball at the same time, get a degree without having to plan everything yourself over here. And I'm truly grateful for him giving me that advice, because I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Well, I would say my first year was more like just getting adjusted to the American lifestyle, the American playing style, just everything about it, because everything is different compared to, over here in Europe. And then my second year in Salt Lake was actually just starting back from zero, having to prove myself, having to prove what I can do for a program, how valuable I can be. And I think that was good for me to kind of have a chip on my shoulder and just, prove to people that I can still contribute to a team at a high level. And then HBU, I feel like I was really just showcase those things even more at the D1 level and just keep on working to, accomplish my goal at the end. Yeah, that's my guy on and off the court. Like we talk a lot about, just stuff that what it takes. And so I've seen it firsthand, like just to be the type of shooter is, the type of work you have to put in, the amount of shots, the volume, and just being consistent, like not really, slacking, being like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to, get my shots up. Like the amount of shots up, the shots that he gets up in a day are like insane to people, but that's the standard, and that's what you gotta hold yourself to expect to shoot at that clip. I want you to keep your dreams small, just not to shoot for the stars. And that's not to bash on people. I feel like that's just the mentality here. Just not aiming too high so you won't be disappointed. And I feel like if you aim for the highest and then you end up at the second highest possibility, you're still, So I feel like me, myself, I relate to the American mentality way more in that sense. Well, I definitely feel like in the beginning it's an adjustment, it's a different culture. And I do feel like you need to prove yourself maybe a little bit more, because they don't really know what the level is like in Europe. So you basically have to start from zero and prove yourself, what you can do. And I do think that I don't know, it's harder for Europeans to get the same amount of opportunities that Americans do over there. I don't know, I think we're just dogs. I think everybody's just hungry. I remember at U16, everybody was always talking about, I want to play here, I want to play here, I want to play here. And I bet everybody does that, but I don't know, like everybody just, at the year 2000, everybody was just super, super hungry. And it makes me so happy seeing everybody, do great, see friends do great, Noel do great, Tumani do great. Everybody from, the year 2000, and it's just even more motivating to me to work harder and try to get to where those guys are at. I think it's beautiful. When I see stuff on BU Media, like all the stats and stuff that people put up, it just makes me smile. It makes me so happy to see those guys do great. All of them that were previously named. And I think, guys just go over there from over here and they're just, I guess a little bit more mature than Americans at that stage of their career. So I do feel like we have an advantage in that sense. So it doesn't really take long to adjust to a different game or a different coaching style, different playing style. And that's, I feel like, why Belgians or Europeans like blossom over there. No, 100%. Like I said, I feel like we can feel how the other guys are feeling a little bit. And so we try to, be there for each other in good times and in bad times. And I do know whenever something, I was going through it a little bit, guys were reaching out to me and making sure I was okay, just talking to me. And so I want to be there for all of those guys as well. So I do feel like it's a little bit of like a culture or group that sticks together, even though we're all over the country, a little bit spread out. So I'm really grateful for that, and it makes me really happy, honestly. Very proud. I feel like playing for the national team is always like, different. You're representing where you're from. You're representing, usually, for me at least, where my family's from. You represent where your family's from, so it's a big responsibility, and I feel like when you do good, it just feels so much better because all the people back home, all your friends, family are watching, and like you say, you wear the name of your country in your chest, and it just means a lot to me. So yeah, I feel like it just, I guess it kind of fit me. I feel like I've always had like a little bit of a leader mentality, I would say.
I said with your chest.
Yeah, I would feel like I've always had like a leader mentality, so I feel like I was always really comfortable like trying to guide guys, but also listen to stuff. And I do feel like it prepared me to be more mature and make that step over to the US to be, I guess, kind of out on my own over there. And even this year I was captain of HBU, and I don't know, it feels really good because you have that connection with the coaches, with the players. You're kind of like in between, and your input is like they listen to your input. So I feel like it's a big responsibility, but I really like it. So I think we're about to do big things. Our core has kind of stayed the same. We have our main guys are coming back, and we're adding some really good pieces. One of my best friends over there in the US as well, Max Klanštek, that I play with in JUCO from Slovenia, is joining us at HBU. So I'm really excited to play with him and do great things and get a ring finally. So, well, for me, I feel like it's just getting more consistent, because I feel like there's been a bunch of high and lows last year, which obviously is always going to happen, but just be a little bit more consistent and just get better at every aspect, in fact winning even more so we can win a little bit more. And also just have that pro mentality, get ready to hopefully be a pro soon. So yeah, just keep on working on my shooting, my defense, just physically working on everything. That's about it. I definitely want to thank my mom. Obviously, she always, gave me the freedom to just let me make my own decisions, and she supported me no matter what. And then, the coaches at HBU, Salt Lake, Detroit, everybody who took a chance on me, and everybody who's helped me on this journey, and just also the older guys, Thomas, Retin, all of those guys, Manu. They all talked to me before I even went to college and told me a little bit the ins and outs and stuff, and I think that really prepared me, that really got me ready for it. So I really want to thank them as well. I don't want that to go unnoticed. And then my brothers, everybody that's back here in America, all the basketball players, everybody that just supports me and reaches out to me and helps me along the journey, because it is not easy being across the globe alone, and just, having your support system is really important.